like I'm gonna lose. Silence takes a hold, I can't let it go. Chin up, no one knows. But I won't let the stormy seas throw me in open water. Let me have my peace and leave me till tomorrow. Wind into my sail, away from things I let go. Floating on the waves, we go bottoms up, we go all the way. When you're feeling down, push the pain away.
Hi again everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another speed build video in The Sims 4. Happy Wednesday, I hope you guys are having the most amazing day so far, and if you're not watching on Wednesday, I hope you're having the most amazing day. But thank you very much for joining me here today. We are building in San Myshuno and we're working on an apartment, 17 Culpepper House, as you can see there, and we're turning it into a messy student apartment, which I am so excited to show you guys. I love making builds intentionally messy and kind of run down because I just think they're so much fun. And I've been doing a lot of pack restricted builds on the channel recently. I've even done some base game builds as well, but I thought let's just change things up a little bit. Let's work on an apartment, and I haven't restricted myself with packs for this build simply because there are too many items from different packs that you can use to make things look messy, and I couldn't have got that across with just maybe 1 or 2 packs. So essentially I've gone in and used pretty much whatever I can, but we're currently working on the kitchen portion of this apartment. So this apartment is 1 bathroom and 2 bedrooms. So we've got a double bedroom and another bedroom with 2 single beds, because I thought it might be a nice idea if you could move 2 or 3 Sims in here. You could even fit 4 in if you had a couple that would maybe want to share the double bed. But look, I mean, we're adding some items here. We're adding some dirty newspaper, we're adding some stains on the floor. In just a while we're going to be adding cracks into the wall and holes and stains. Oh. Honestly, these are such a blast to do, and I think they look so amazing at the end of it. And I can imagine that the Sims that live here, they're typical students. I've been a university student and I wouldn't really say that I was a typical one. I actually lived at home when I went to university, so I wouldn't really say that I was a typical student. But it's a rundown apartment, and it's got some student Sims living in, and I think that's pretty evident, you know, in the decor and everything else that we end up putting in here. And for the first time, I don't want to say ever because I might have done it before, but I actually put a hallway in this apartment that leads to the main bathroom and the 2 bedrooms, just because I wanted to try and section everything off. And I think builds look kind of strange when there are so many doors in a shot, so I tried to work around that, and so we've added an archway that leads into the hallway, which subsequently leads into the other rooms of the apartment. And I just love this so much. So I hope if you guys do decide to download this, then you have some use for it. Maybe you've got some student Sims that are attending university that you might want to move in here, or maybe you've just got some Sims in mind that you think would go in this apartment. It's not, I don't want to go as far as saying that it's gross, because I don't think it is. I just think it's a little bit run down and a little bit messy. I don't think it's gross. I maybe wouldn't go that far. You guys may think differently. I don't know. But anyway, so here we are. We're just adding some clutter to the kitchen because you all know I absolutely love a bit of clutter. And now we're working on the living area, and we're using this, I was supposed to call it a gross sofa, and I've just said the apartment's not gross. Okay, this rundown sofa, neglected sofa, a sofa that's probably been found on the street by the landlords, and they've just put it in there, and they're like, right, okay, there's your sofa. That's what you're gonna be sitting on. I don't know. I make this stuff up in my head. I don't know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of posters going on in these rooms, and I cannot stay away from putting plants in any build, and this is no exception. And you might be thinking, well, they're uni students, like why would they have plants? Maybe they're fake plants, or maybe they're thinking, oh, okay, this place is kind of messy and it's kind of depressing sometimes, so maybe they wanted to brighten it up with some flowers and plants and things. So that's the excuse. And that cone that's going in there, I kind of imagine that the Sims that live here found that on the street maybe one evening after uni, and they've had a few beverages and they're feeling a little bit tipsy, and they're like, do you know what would be really funny is if we stole a cone and put it in our living room. So that's what that was all about. Whether it makes sense or not, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of a funny thought. And then I think I've talked about this before, but the items in the debug menu from the Eco Lifestyle pack are so good. There's like empty bottles, there's pizza boxes. This one here, I think that's from the Eco Lifestyle pack. It's either from Eco Lifestyle or from base game. I can't remember exactly which one it is. But we just put some stuff. I mean, there's like empty takeaway boxes, there's bottles everywhere, there's plates. It's just a typical student accommodation. Or at least I've been in student accommodations because I had friends who went to uni, and don't get me wrong, like their places look nothing like this. I'm just using it as an example. And I think when the place isn't yours and you know that you're going to be there temporarily, then maybe you wouldn't look after it as much, or that's just generally speaking. Anyway, so there are curtains in here, but they're like a really dingy colour. Dingy, that's probably a good word to describe this apartment. It's kind of dingy, but it's full of character, it's full of life, it's lived in. It's a lived in apartment. There we go. I'm still going to call it a messy student apartment. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to call it anyway. And so then I was working out what swatches to put on the walls, and then I ended up just going for this exposed brick because it does look a little bit worn down, and so I thought that fit quite well. And I'm just thinking here, I'm just thinking about what like makeshift stuff. So they've obviously found this crate box thing. And instead of buying a side table for the living room, they're like, oh, well, we'll just put that there because it's fine. And then this bookshelf from the university pack was just perfect because if you haven't noticed, they're built on 2 concrete slabs just at the bottom there. So I thought that kind of fit perfectly with this apartment. And then we're just adding these cracks and exposed parts of the wall here. I believe most of them are from the Vampires game pack. And then I don't know where those holes in the wall are from. I don't know whether they're from Vampires too. I'm absolutely shocking. If you are returning to the channel, then you already know this, but if you are new here, I'm not great at knowing what items come from what packs. Like, I'm just not. And I don't know why I just thought of this, but it's currently Tuesday, so I am pre-recording. Yes, I know it's only a day in advance, but this is really good for me. And today at 5 p.m. my time, so UK time, I know that the new update for The Sims is going live, where we get bunk beds and improved traits. So I am so unbelievably excited for that. I cannot wait to see what's in store with these bunk beds. I have a funny feeling they've got a trick up their sleeve with these. I don't think it's just a case of here's your bunk beds. I think there's something sneaky going on here, and I have no idea what it is, and I'm very excited to see it. What are your guys' thoughts? Drop me a comment down below. Like, are you excited for the update? I'm really happy that they've had a look at the trait system and they've done something with that. So that's going to be quite interesting too. I might even play The Sims tonight. I don't know. I've got another video to edit, and I'm not going to give anything away because if you follow me on Twitter, then you might have already seen it. But that's, I'm thinking, going to be for Sunday's speed build because it's already pretty much ready to go. I just need to do the voiceover and edit the screenshots. So we'll have to see what that ends up being. And now I'm going off on a ramble, as I always do. So this is the bathroom. Again, it's just a bit dingy. You know, it's a little bit, it's not gross, but I wouldn't want to use it. And then these beds from the Eco Lifestyle pack are so perfect. I mean, look at it. It's exactly what I wanted in this apartment. It looks like it needs to be replaced. Let's be honest, there are holes in the duvet cover and it just looks a little bit bedraggled, doesn't it? So again, I don't think I would want to sleep in that bed, but I don't think your Sims will mind, not one bit. So this room is actually a really decent size, and that leads into a conversation. I can't remember who I had this conversation with actually, but this apartment in general is a very good size, I think. I mean, 2 bedrooms and a bathroom, I really don't think that's bad. And a hallway. I could have just removed that hallway entirely and maybe put like a study room in there. But if you did notice, I put a laptop on the kitchen table because I thought that was more realistic. So your Sims do have access to a laptop in here as well, which I thought was kind of a cool idea. And then I have talked about this before, but I really do struggle with bedrooms sometimes. Not children's rooms, that seems to come quite easily to me, but particularly with bedrooms that are more catered towards like adult Sims and above, or young adult Sims and above, I do have a hard time. Even though it's a student bedroom, I thought it was going to be much easier than it was. I think just the space, and because I like to cover the walls and not really leave too much room, which is a bit silly really, because I don't think that's very realistic, but I was having a hard time with knowing what to put where, and do I put these posters here and that picture there, and I don't want to say I stressed myself out because I didn't, but it didn't come as easily to me as I thought it would. So yes, anyway. So yeah, we're, again, putting these holes in the walls and the cracks, and make sure that we put some bookshelves around the apartment as well, because if you do move some student Sims in here, it's very important that they have access to books, obviously for their lessons and things. And then you can see me here, so why I wanted to put a plant there, I have absolutely no idea. It makes no sense, but that's just my way, isn't it? I think I'd love to know how many plants are even in this apartment, which you wouldn't think that there would be many, but I bet there's a lot. I'm obsessed. So and then we just I felt like everything that I put in this apartment came from somewhere else. So I don't think they've bought anything new to put in this apartment. I don't think they've bought anything new whatsoever, and I kind of love that. I really do. It's like they've probably been to the market in San Myshuno and bought some furniture from there, and they're like, oh, let's take that back, and that would look really good, and bless, it's really cute. So I mean, your Sims can have parties here. I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't know if I put a stereo in this apartment actually. Probably not. I don't tend to put them in my apartments. But now we are working on the second and final bedroom. And as I said, we put 2 single beds in here, so you can put 2 separate Sims in here. And obviously with the double bedroom, you can either put 1 Sim or you can put a couple of Sims in there as well. And with this room's slightly cleaner than, or looks cleaner than the rest of the apartment. I don't really know why. I think it's potentially because I went for like a green swatch instead of, you know, like browns or any other sort of colour swatches that I could think of. So I don't know what made me go with green. I really don't. I used the wallpapers from the City Living pack because there's like stains on the bottom, and I thought that looked kind of like gross, you know. I keep saying it's not gross, and then I keep saying gross, so just ignore me. Anyway, and this rug is from the laundry pack, if I'm not mistaken. And then these chest of drawers here are from the base game. I thought they were kind of perfect because they look really run down. There's like chips in the side and all sorts of stuff. But we are pretty much finishing up here, everyone. So thank you very much for joining me here today. But this apartment is available to download from the gallery now. My origin ID is RachelPedd. Tray files, as always, are linked down in the description below. So if you'd like to download that, you're more than welcome to. And if you'd like to drop me a comment and let me know what you thought of the video, that would also be awesome. As I said, I absolutely love reading your comments and having conversations with you guys, and I'd love to know what your thoughts are. But thank you very much for joining me here today, everyone. You guys take care, and I will see you next time I post a video. Bye.
Been feeling trapped down on the floor. I don't know what for. Feels like I'm gonna lose. Silence takes a hold. I can't let it go. Chin up, no one knows. But I won't let the stormy seas throw me in open water. Let me have my peace and leave me till tomorrow. Wind into my sail, away from things I let go. Floating on the waves. We go bottoms up, we go all the way. When you feel